Have you ever felt like you were caught in an endless game of seeking someone else's attention, bending over backward, sacrificing your peace, or constantly questioning your worth? Does it feel like every effort you make to be noticed only leaves you feeling invisible and drained? What if I told you that the real power lies not in fighting for their gaze, but in walking away with quiet confidence? Imagine this. The moment you stop chasing is the moment they start noticing. Intriguing, isn't it? But here's the twist. This isn't about playing games or manipulating outcomes. This is about reclaiming something far more valuable: your own peace of mind, self-respect, and purpose. As Stoicism teaches us, true power comes from within, from nurturing and strengthening ourselves without relying on external validation. This video will guide you through 7 transformative steps. Each step is designed to shift your focus inward, helping you cultivate the kind of strength and authenticity that naturally attracts attention without you having to demand it. Stay until the end, because the final steps bring everything together, helping you not only stop chasing attention but transform it into someone unforgettable. Now, let's begin with the foundation of it all: emotional mastery. 1. Master emotional control, the first step toward freedom. What controls your emotional world, your own inner resilience, or the actions of others? Think about it. How often do you allow someone else's behavior to dictate your feelings? A one-returned call, a dismissive comment, or their silence on social media can send you spiraling into doubt and frustration. Why do we grant others this kind of power over us? The truth is, most of us fall prey to this because we haven't yet mastered our emotions. Emotional control is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending everything is fine. It's about learning to respond rather than react. Stoicism reminds us that we suffer not from events, but from our judgment about them. In other words, the way you perceive and interpret a situation determines how it affects you. But how do you achieve this kind of mastery? Start with self-awareness. When you feel anger, sadness, or anxiety bubbling up, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this reaction helping me, or is it only adding to my suffering? The simple act of pausing can often prevent you from saying or doing something you'll regret. For example, imagine your partner ignores your needs, or someone you're interested in fails to reciprocate your attention. Instead of immediately reacting, maybe with an emotional text or a defensive comment, step back and reflect. What's driving your response? Is it fear of rejection? A need for validation? Identifying the root cause allows you to detach from the emotion itself. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means you acknowledge your feelings without letting them control you. You might think, but if I don't react, won't they think I don't care? That's the trap of emotional dependence. Responding with poise and clarity actually demonstrates strength, while overreacting shows insecurity. Here's another vital question to consider. Why are you investing so much emotional energy into someone who isn't reciprocating? By doing so, you neglect the most important relationship in your life, the one with yourself. Wouldn't your time and energy be better spent on growth, self-improvement, and pursuits that enrich your life? Imagine the freedom of no longer being tethered to someone else's approval. Practicing emotional control doesn't mean you'll never feel hurt or disappointed. It means you'll have the tools to navigate those feelings without letting them consume you. You'll be able to walk away from situations that undermine your peace with your head held high, knowing you've acted with dignity. As Seneca wisely said, "A man is as miserable as he thinks he is." Your emotions are within your control, even when external circumstances aren't. When you master this, you become unshakable, and that's a quality that draws people toward you rather than driving them away. So how will you begin practicing emotional control today? Perhaps the next time you're triggered, take a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect. The power lies in that pause, and with practice it becomes second nature. With this foundation laid, you're ready to step into the next phase, cultivating the quiet confidence that turns heads without you even trying. Let's explore this in the next step. 2. Build quiet confidence, the magnetism of self-assurance. What makes someone truly captivating? Is it loud, boastful displays of talent or charm? Or is it something quieter, an unshakable sense of self-worth that doesn't rely on outside validation? True confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room or proving your worth to others. It's about knowing deep down that you already have everything you need within you. Imagine walking into a room without worrying about who notices you. Instead, you're focused on being present, grounded, and authentic. That's the essence of quiet confidence. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate assurance because it signals stability, self-awareness, and strength. As Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Confidence comes from embracing what you already have, not endlessly chasing what you lack. So how do you cultivate this kind of quiet magnetism? Start by focusing on your own growth. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I pursuing things that truly matter to me, or am I trying to fit into someone else's narrative? When you center your life around your own principles and aspirations, you'll find that external validation becomes less important. You're not waiting for others to define your worth. You've already defined it for yourself. Take small but deliberate actions to reinforce this mindset. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and speak with intention. These may seem like simple habits, but they're powerful. Your body language can reinforce how you feel about yourself and, in turn, how others perceive you. But remember, true confidence doesn't come from simply acting the part. It grows from a deep well of self-respect. Let's challenge a common misconception. Does confidence mean never doubting yourself? Absolutely not. Even the most confident individuals experience self-doubt. The difference is that they don't let it paralyze them. Instead, they acknowledge their fears and move forward anyway. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Think of confidence as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Start by setting small, achievable goals. Celebrate your wins no matter how minor they may seem. Over time, these victories build a sense of self-trust that no external force can shake. When you trust yourself, you won't feel the need to fight for others' attention. It will naturally come to you. Now, here's something to ponder. Who are you when no one is watching? Your confidence should not depend on an audience. It should stem from the quiet assurance that you are enough, just as you are. When you carry this inner strength, others will sense it. They'll want to be around you, not because you've demanded their attention, but because your energy is compelling. Before we move on, let me ask, are you ready to embrace this mindset? Take a moment to reflect on how you've been presenting yourself to the world. Is it aligned with the confident, self-assured person you want to be? If not, what's one small action you can take today to move closer to that vision? If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know. What does quiet confidence mean to you? Or share a personal insight about how you've built confidence in your own life. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video if you're finding value here. It helps us reach more people who need this message. With your confidence growing, it's time to take the next step, strengthening your physical and mental vitality. Let's dive in. 3. Focus on physical health and vitality. Strength from the inside out. What does your physical health have to do with not chasing attention? More than you might think. Your body is the vessel through which you experience life. When you prioritize your physical health, you're not just improving your appearance, you're cultivating energy, discipline, and self-respect. These qualities radiate outward, making you naturally more magnetic to others. But let's ask the uncomfortable question. Have you been neglecting your physical well-being? Maybe you've told yourself that it doesn't matter, or that there's no time to focus on health amidst life's demands. Yet when you're feeling sluggish, tired, or unwell, doesn't it affect every part of your life? Your relationships, your confidence, your ability to pursue your goals. Stoicism teaches us to take control of what we can, and our physical health is firmly within that domain. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastering your body is a key step in mastering your life. Start with the basics: movement, nutrition, and rest. Exercise isn't just about aesthetics, it's about vitality. When you move your body, you're signaling to yourself and the world that you're capable and alive. It doesn't matter if you're lifting weights, running, practicing yoga, or dancing in your living room. What matters is that you're consistent. The discipline of regular physical activity strengthens not just your body, but also your mind. Over time, you'll notice a shift. You'll stand taller, feel more energized, and exude a quiet confidence that draws others in. Next, consider what you're fueling your body with. Ask yourself, am I eating to nourish myself, or am I eating out of habit, stress, or convenience? Food is more than just sustenance, it's an investment in your well-being. Incorporate more whole foods into your meals. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. When you eat well, your energy levels stabilize, your focus sharpens, and your mood improves. These changes aren't just internal, they're visible to the people around you. And then there's sleep, the often overlooked pillar of health. Are you prioritizing rest, or is it the first thing you sacrifice when life gets busy? Sleep is non-negotiable. It's during sleep that your body repairs itself, your mind processes emotions, and your energy is replenished. When you're well-rested, you'll approach every interaction with clarity and calm, which naturally enhances your presence. But this isn't just about looking good or feeling energized. It's about the deeper message you send to yourself when you prioritize your health. Every time you choose to exercise, eat well, or get enough sleep, you're telling yourself, I matter. My well-being is worth the effort. That mindset is transformative. It shifts you from seeking validation outside of yourself to recognizing your own worth. Imagine this. You've been prioritizing your health for a few months. You feel stronger, more vibrant, and more centered. When you enter a room, people notice, not because you've changed your style or tried to grab their attention, but because your energy speaks for itself. That's the power of vitality. It's magnetic. But here's the key. Don't do it for them. Don't start a fitness routine, change your diet, or improve your sleep habits just to win someone else's admiration. Do it for yourself because you deserve to feel good in your own skin. When you approach health from this place of self-respect, the changes will be sustainable and the benefits will extend far beyond your relationships. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This applies to your physical health too. You can't control how others perceive you, but you can control how you show up in the world. When you take care of your body, you're taking ownership of your presence, your vitality, and your ability to face life's challenges. So what's your next step? Maybe it's going for a walk after dinner, preparing a healthier meal, or setting a bedtime that gives you the rest you need. Whatever it is, make a commitment to yourself today. You'll find that the more you respect your body, the more others will respect you, not because you demand it, but because they see the value you place on yourself. With your physical health as a foundation, you're now ready to cultivate something even deeper, a sense of purpose and ambition. Let's explore that next. 4. Cultivate ambition and purpose. The power of living with direction. Have you ever noticed how people with a clear sense of purpose seem to light up a room? They carry themselves differently, exuding a quiet determination that makes others take notice. Why is that? Because ambition and purpose are contagious. When you're driven by something meaningful, your energy becomes magnetic, and people can't help but be drawn to you. Now take a moment to reflect. What is driving you right now? Are you pursuing goals that excite and challenge you? Or are you simply going through the motions of daily life? It's easy to fall into the trap of living reactively, letting circumstances dictate your direction. But Stoicism teaches us to live intentionally, to take charge of our actions and align them with our values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound insight reminds us that challenges are not roadblocks. They are opportunities to grow and move closer to our purpose. That when you cultivate ambition, you transform obstacles into stepping stones, and this resilience is deeply attractive to others. But ambition is not just about material success or career achievements. It's about aligning your actions with a larger vision for your life. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? What do I want to contribute to the world? When you have answers to these questions, your ambitions gain depth and meaning. They're no longer about proving yourself to others, but about fulfilling your own potential. Think about someone you admire. Chances are they didn't achieve their success by accident. They had a vision, set goals, and worked tirelessly toward them. Their ambition wasn't about seeking approval. It was about pursuing something they believed in. That kind of dedication is inspiring, and it's a quality you can cultivate in your own life. So how do you start? Begin by setting clear, achievable goals. They don't have to be monumental. What matters is that they're aligned with your values. Maybe it's learning a new skill, starting a side project, or dedicating more time to a cause you care about. Whatever it is, make sure it excites you. When you're passionate about your pursuits, your enthusiasm becomes evident to those around you. But here's the challenge. Ambition requires discipline. It's not enough to dream, you have to take consistent action, even when it's hard. Some days you'll feel motivated and energized. Other days you'll face setbacks, doubt, or frustration. This is where Stoicism offers a valuable perspective. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Let this be your guide as you navigate the highs and lows of ambition. And don't underestimate the ripple effect of your efforts. When you're working towards something meaningful, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your ambition becomes a beacon, showing others what's possible. It's a reminder that they too can strive for more. But here's an important distinction. Ambition should never come at the expense of your well-being or relationships. True purpose is balanced. It elevates your life without diminishing other aspects of it. As you pursue your goals, remain grounded in your values and mindful of your priorities. Finally, consider this. Are your current ambitions bringing you closer to the person you want to be? If not, it may be time to reassess. Living with purpose isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life of fulfillment. When you cultivate ambition and purpose, you're not just creating a life that feels meaningful, you're becoming the kind of person others admire and respect. With this foundation, you'll find that you no longer need to chase attention. Your focused energy will naturally draw people toward you. With your purpose taking shape, it's time to turn our attention to the people you choose to surround yourself with. Let's explore how your relationships can support and amplify your growth. 5. Surround yourself with inspiring people. The company you keep shapes you. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Think about it for a moment. Their habits, attitudes, and energy are influencing you, often more than you realize. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So are these people lifting you higher, or are they holding you back? Stoicism emphasizes the importance of choosing your companions wisely. Seneca wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." The people in your life should inspire you, challenge you, and push you to grow. If your current circle doesn't reflect that, it may be time to reevaluate. Imagine being surrounded by individuals who are driven, positive, and always striving for more. Their energy is infectious. You can't help but feel motivated in their presence. On the other hand, think about the toll it takes to be around constant negativity, gossip, or complacency. It drains your energy, distracts you from your goals, and leaves you stuck in place. But how do you start surrounding yourself with inspiring people? Begin by identifying what kind of energy you want to attract. Are you looking for mentors who can guide you, friends who share your passions, or peers who challenge you to think bigger? Once you know what you're seeking, put yourself in environments where those kinds of people thrive. This could mean joining a community, attending events, or even reaching out to someone you admire. Don't be afraid to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. This doesn't mean cutting people out harshly. It's about gently creating space for your growth. Ask yourself, does this person add value to my life? Do I feel supported and encouraged when I'm around them? If the answer is no, it's okay to step back and focus on building connections that align with your values. And let's not forget the reciprocal nature of relationships. Are you someone who inspires others? Are you the kind of person people want to be around because of your energy, optimism, and drive? Building a circle of inspiring people starts with being one yourself. When you focus on your own growth, you naturally attract those who share your mindset. Think about this. When you're in a group of people who are all striving to be better, the conversations change. Instead of complaining, you talk about solutions. Instead of gossiping, you share ideas. Instead of staying stagnant, you grow together. This is the power of surrounding yourself with the right people. It amplifies everything you're working toward. Now let me ask you, who inspires you the most in your life? What qualities do they have that you admire? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can all learn from each other and grow together. If you're finding value in these insights, let me know by liking this video. Your engagement helps us reach more people who, like you, are seeking ways to transform their lives and relationships. Together, we can build a community that uplifts and inspires. With the right people in your corner, you're now ready to strengthen your social presence and become someone who naturally draws others in. Let's move to the next step. 6. Master your emotions. The calm within the storm. Have you ever been in a situation where your emotions took control, where anger, fear, or frustration led you to say or do something you later regretted? We've all been there. The question is, how often does this happen? And how much power are you giving to those fleeting feelings? Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing how you feel. It's about learning how to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. The Stoics believed deeply in the power of emotional control. Seneca said, "A man's as miserable as he thinks he is." Your emotional state is often within your control, even when external circumstances aren't. This principle reminds us that while we cannot dictate what happens to us, we can always choose how we respond. But what does mastering your emotions look like in practice? Picture a moment of conflict in a relationship. Perhaps someone you care about has let you down. The immediate reaction might be anger or disappointment. You may feel the urge to lash out, demand answers, or withdraw entirely. Instead, imagine pausing. You acknowledge the feeling without letting it overwhelm you. You take a breath, reflect, and respond with clarity rather than chaos. This pause is the cornerstone emotional mastery. It's not about denying your feelings but creating space between the stimulus and your response. In that space, you reclaim your power. Epictetus taught it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This simple but profound truth can change the way you navigate relationships. Let's consider why mastering emotions is so essential, especially when it comes to attention and validation. If you're constantly seeking others' approval, every interaction becomes a potential emotional high or low. Did they text back? Did they notice your effort? Their responses dictate your mood, leaving you at the mercy of their attention. But when you master your emotions, you break free from this cycle. You no longer need external validation to feel steady and whole. This doesn't mean you won't feel hurt, disappointed, or frustrated. It means these emotions won't define you. Instead of being consumed by them, you'll observe them, learn from them, and choose your next step wisely. Over time, this practice builds resilience, a quality that not only strengthens your relationships but also makes you more attractive to others. People are drawn to those who are calm in the face of chaos, who can navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. But emotional mastery isn't just about handling conflict. It's also about cultivating positive emotions like gratitude, joy, and compassion. When you focus on these, you're less likely to be consumed by negativity. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? How can I bring kindness into this interaction? Shifting your focus in this way transforms not only your mindset but also the energy you bring into relationships. Imagine someone who consistently remains calm, thoughtful, and grounded, even in difficult moments. Don't they command a certain respect? Don't they make you feel safer, more understood, and more connected? That's the power of mastering your emotions. It doesn't just benefit you, it elevates the dynamics of every relationship you're in. So where do you begin? Start small. The next time you feel overwhelmed, pause. Take a deep breath. Name the emotion you're feeling. Instead of saying, "I'm angry," say, "I feel anger." This subtle shift creates distance between you and the emotion, reminding you that it's something you're experiencing, not something that defines you. With practice, these small steps lead to profound change. You'll find yourself more resilient, more present, and more in control of your life. Emotional mastery isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And as you develop this skill, you'll notice how much easier it becomes to navigate relationships without needing to fight for attention. Now that you've strengthened your emotional core, it's time to explore the art of listening, a skill that deepens every connection you have. Let's move on to the final step. 7. Master the art of listening, the quiet skill that transforms relationships. When was the last time you truly felt heard, not just listened to, but deeply understood? Think about how powerful that experience was, how it made you feel valued, respected, and connected. Now ask yourself, am I offering that same gift of listening to others? Listening is one of the most underrated yet transformative skills in any relationship. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Yet in the rush to be heard, validated, or acknowledged, we often forget this simple wisdom. But what does it mean to truly listen? It's not just about hearing words, it's about understanding the emotions, intentions, and needs behind them. True listening requires presence. It's about setting aside distractions, your phone, your judgments, even your own eagerness to respond, and focusing fully on the person in front of you. Why is this so important? Because when you listen deeply, you create a space where others feel safe to be themselves. This builds trust and connection, qualities that make you unforgettable. Imagine being the person who makes others feel understood in a world where everyone seems too busy to care. Wouldn't that set you apart? Let's think about how listening plays out in different contexts. In a romantic relationship, listening can bridge the gap in moments of conflict. Instead of trying to win the argument or prove your point, what if you focused on understanding your partner's perspective? How might that shift the dynamic? Listening isn't about agreeing, it's about showing that you care enough to try and understand. When building new connections, listening is equally vital. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen and valued. Instead of trying to impress someone with your words, impress them with your presence. Ask thoughtful questions and genuinely care about the answers. This approach not only makes others feel good, it also allows you to learn more about them, deepening the bond. But even in professional settings, the ability to listen can set you apart. Leaders who listen earn the respect of their teams. Friends who listen build lasting relationships. Parents who listen create stronger bonds with their children. The art of listening transcends every aspect of life. But listening isn't just about benefiting others, it's also a practice in humility and self-awareness. When you truly listen, you set aside your ego. You stop thinking about what you'll say next or how you're being perceived, and instead, you focus on the other person. This shift is powerful. It not only strengthens your relationships, but also fosters a sense of inner calm and presence, a hallmark of Stoicism. Listening can be challenging in today's world of constant distractions, but like any skill, it can be developed with practice. Start by being fully present in your next conversation. Put away your phone, maintain eye contact, and resist the urge to interrupt. When the other person speaks, don't just hear their words, listen for their emotions and intentions. Reflect back what you've heard to ensure understanding. This simple act shows that you care, and it transforms the interaction. Here's another question to ponder. How do you feel when someone truly listens to you? Use that feeling as a guide. When you offer that same presence to others, you're not just improving your relationships, you're becoming someone people cherish and remember. As you master the art of listening, you'll notice an incredible shift. People will be drawn to you, not because you're demanding their attention, but because you've made them feel seen. And in making others feel valued, you'll strengthen your own sense of worth. With this final step, we've completed the journey. At each of the 7 steps, emotional mastery, confidence, physical health, ambition, inspiring relationships, and listening, builds on the others, creating a foundation of inner strength and peace that naturally attracts the right people and energy into your life. You've reached the end of this guide, but the real journey is just beginning. The 7 steps we've explored are not about tricks or shortcuts to get others' attention. They're about transforming yourself from the inside out. When you focus on mastering your emotions, building confidence, prioritizing your health, pursuing meaningful goals, surrounding yourself with inspiring people, and truly listening, you become someone who doesn't need to chase attention. Instead, it finds you naturally. So now I ask you, what's the first step you'll take? Reflect on everything we've covered and choose one area to focus on today. Growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress, one intentional step at a time. If this message resonates with you, consider sharing it with someone who might need it. And if you'd like to continue exploring Stoicism and its practical wisdom for everyday life, subscribe to this channel for more insights. Thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself. Remember, you are worthy, not because of what others think, but because of the strength and value that already lies within you. Stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, stay stoic.